delighted to be joined by Lizzie and Una, who are going to talk to me about the Wanstead Dog Show, which is coming up in early October, and also a charity which is going to be supported by the event, which is Dogs on the Streets. So welcome, Lizzie and Una.
Hi.
Thanks
Hi.
very much for joining me. So tell me a little bit about both, about the dog show and the charity.
With the show, we are having a fun day. It's not just the dog show, we also have other stalls on there as well, and a family day. So we have inflatables, the bouncy castle and a rodeo ball. We have lots of great food stalls there as well.
Lovely. I come to food.
Yes. And we have a bar, and with the dog show, it's just a great chance for people to come out and show off their dogs that they absolutely adore. We have some special categories in there, so we have all your standard ones of your prettiest female and most handsome male and the puppies. But we also have some children showing as well. We have a special category for a muzzle up category, so people can enter that remotely.
Right. Okay.
And so for those dogs that don't often get to go to dog shows, and showing how using a muzzle can be a responsible thing.
I've not heard of that before. That's quite
it's
interesting.
prevention is better than cure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so often when you have a dog that's a little bit reactive, you don't get to go and enter things like this. So it would be a nice chance for them to go and win their ribbons.
And it's at the cricket club, is that right?
Is, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're next to the church, not the one on Nutter Lane.
And so, what categories have you got in terms of competitions?
We've gone quite special on our categories. So we've got all your traditional ones like your prettiest female, most handsome male, puppies, and the golden oldies. Some children's showing as well. We've also got some special categories. So we are having a gone but not forgotten. Right. So for the people, which I know that I'll definitely be entering, so for the people that whose dogs aren't here anymore and we'd like a little something for them.
That's the first. I've got an entry for you already.
And also for people further afield that might want to enter something. So that's our online only category.
Right, okay. So what date is it?
2nd of October.
2nd of
11
October.
till 4.
Right, okay.
So kind of smack bang in the middle of the day. We were originally going to run it at Eton Manor as a big kind of family day, and unfortunately COVID threw that a little bit.
It got in the way.
So it's a little bit smaller than we'd hoped to do, but it's still going to be epic.
It is. We've got
and it's going to be raising funds for Dogs on the Streets, which you know is a charity that I love. Provides a fantastic service for homeless people and their dogs. So how did you get involved in that? And tell me a bit more about it.
I've known them for a fairly long time, and obviously because of the homeless work that we've done, especially through the pandemic as well, you're always meeting people that have got dogs because they don't want to go into shelters because they'd have to give the dog up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where Dogs on the Street step in, and it ties in so much with what we've done over the last couple of years with the homeless and things like that. And I just love their ethic about looking after somebody's dog and then giving them it back when they've got themselves on their feet. And it's just a charity. I've got goosebumps literally talking about it. They're just so worthy, and I think a lot of charities have struggled over the last 18 months, but in particular dog charities, because it's kind of not been the focus on people's kind of forefront of their mind, that sort of thing. So I'm hoping now that they're starting to open things up again to go and visit, because obviously you've not been allowed up to the kennels, but I'm hoping to go and visit them in the next couple of weeks to see what they do.
As I understand that they have they're a mobile veterinary practice effectively, and go out to the dogs and their owners, but they also have a sanctuary up in Waltham Abbey.
They also have there's another local groomer called Fiona. She has a mobile grooming van, and she goes out every couple of months with them as well to help. So they've got access to things that they need that they wouldn't ordinarily have, because obviously finance as well. And a lot of the guys on the streets don't want to give their dogs up. I mean, I wouldn't. I'd be absolutely heartbroken. So it's really important that they're still getting access to things that they need for their dogs, but their dogs are actually their lifeline, so they don't want to kind of give up on the animal that they've got.
It's the constant in their life, isn't it? The dog is their constant.
best friend.
Yeah, indeed, so tell me both, do you have favourite restaurants in the area, in Wanstead or East London generally?
One of mine's the Belsit.
Right.
Obviously, Pubfield is fantastic if I'm training dogs and I want to go in there for lunch and take a dog in with me.
You don't have to say that if you don't need to.
Well, because I can get my special tables in there, my out-of-the-way mine's got to be the Belsit in Woodford.
I know Belsit, it's been there a long, long time.
It has,
yeah.
I'd say for me, probably Piccolo,
Right.
because it's at the end of my street and I haven't got far to come.
Yeah,
if
not
I'm
far,
honest,
I know.
They're just so lovely in there. It's just such a lovely family business, and the food's
They come
good
up
as
quite
well.
a lot in these interviews. They really do. They always get a
Yeah,
mention.
I love them in
which
there.
is-
They're just so kind and lovely, and you can ring them 10 minutes before and go, really sorry, but I forgot to book a table. Can you squeeze me in? And they do.
They
They're
manage
just
to find
fabulous.
some space for you.
Yeah.
And is there a particular shop that you like to go to in Wanstead?
Probably the pet shop, if I'm brutally honest. Maz is amazing. He's done a lot to help support charity work over the last year as well.
Yeah, I know
So
he has,
he's just
yeah.
been fabulous, and he'll always order you something if you need it.
I
Or
know.
he knows someone that
it
knows
seems to come in the
someone.
next day as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, yeah. And it was just really good with the advice and things
Yeah.
as well, which is
Yeah.
great. And what about you? Linda?
My favourite one's actually a little shop in Woodford. All sorts, because it literally sells all sorts.
Oh, well-
But they're just so friendly.
An appropriate name then.
It is.
Yeah.
They're just so friendly, and it's nice that they let my dog there.
And whereabouts is that?
In Woodford.
Whereabouts in Woodford?
Oh,
then?
on Snakes Lane.
Oh, right, okay, all right. Obviously, dog walking, you probably go to lots of open spaces, but do you have a favourite open space?
Mine's definitely Fairlock Waters, not just because of the main bit, but there's lots of kind of outer areas that are nice and quiet, because I've got a reactive dog of my own as well.
Right.
So it's important to me to go to a space where we feel safe and there's not too many people and dogs
Sure.
around, and it's just beautiful out there. It really is.
It is, I mean, it's a nice place to go to at any time, just to walk around the water. You don't need to have a dog to go there. And what about you in the...
I do like down near Onslow Gardens.
Right.
It's nice and close. You've got all the different areas of fields in there and the river.
Yeah, I know.
Going down
the
to the
river
river.
roading. Everybody loves the roading.
I love it.
People, you can't believe you're in East London.
Yeah.
There. And do you have a favourite building in Wanstead?
It's probably, if we're just talking Wanstead, then probably St Mary's Church, because
Yeah.
it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it's just beautiful
It
and
is
nice
beautiful.
and calm and peaceful.
And the lovely churchyard as well.
Yeah.
It's a grade one listed as well, St Mary's.
Yeah.
Which, what about you, Una? Do you have a favourite building?
There's one building that always captivates me, actually, round the back of Whipps Cross.
Right.
You know, the
yeah.
the really old bit.
Oh yes, the old buildings.
Yeah.
I think it's coming down though.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
when they
part
build
of
the new
the,
hospital, yes, yeah, which is
Whenever
interesting.
Whenever I've gone there, I'm always like your imagination runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
going to see the old pictures, like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is interesting. That's the first time that's come up, that's for sure. Brilliant meeting you both today, but if people want to get in touch with you about the event, how can they do that?
If you search on Facebook and you look for the Wanstead Dog Show, you'll be able to see the event page. If you keep an eye on that, because that's where our new stalls are being added,
Right, okay.
and our new attractions
Okay.
and all the updates are going to be. The Have a Go events as well, because we've got some Have a Go events
And the
going.
raffle.
Yes, the raffle is immense.
Right,
There's
That's
lots.
good.
Yeah, there's lots of great prizes on there.
that's fantastic. Thanks so much for joining me today, and
Thank
good luck with the dog show.
Thank you
you.
very much for having us.